Another important thing.
Hi, Warner.
Welcome back to our channel. Yes, I'm Mbali and I'm Lihle, and today we're going to be talking about what lockdown has done for us. Today we're going to be focusing on what it has done for us mentally as well as emotionally. And yeah.
All right. So jumping right into it, mentally and emotionally, Lihle and I are the type of people that really take serious the process of taking care of our mentality and our emotions.
Mm-hmm.
And so the lockdown then became a time where that had to be heightened, because I think we did it on a very low general note, and we had to find a way to pull time out of the very busy life excuse me, to make time to actually be still.
Yes.
As opposed to now having so much time on your hands with the lockdown, that being still, if not managed properly, can actually push you into a whole depression phase and give you anxiety and so forth. So I know with me, when the lockdown started, it's like my friends were so aware of this, but they really would call a lot and video call a lot and just check on me because I live alone, and they're aware of that. And that helped so much with kickstarting the trail of finding a way to manage being still without being still to a point of shutting down. As you know, instead being still, but being still in a productive way.
Yes.
That comes back and still makes you, generally a better person that has focused on your emotions and focused on your mentality. So much better for me moving forward. Yeah, your point on being still.
I think with me, what it has done for me in lockdown when it comes to my mentality and emotional state is that with regards to being still doesn't necessarily mean you must be still uhlale nje or ulale. No, it's about being being still, but also being within yourself, being within your thoughts, being within your heart. And that comes into play. A lot of people run away from being aware or acknowledging their triggers because being still requires you to face them head on. Lockdown opened up a lot of sort of issues that I had mentally or emotionally, but because I had adopted the whole stillness thing through meditation and through just other practices as well, I've managed to be aware of them and have learned to not allow them to trigger me.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? So now I things just literally bounce off me. Like if something that's about to disturb my peace is coming my way, I'm able to see it and be like, Imangangan, like, are you even worth my time? Are you worth causing chaos into my life? How is it going to make me feel? And if it's not worth it, or if I feel like it's going to disturb my peace, choose what you focus on or what you give energy to wisely.
Yes. Yeah.
I think that will help a lot.
Another thing that we sort of had a lot of chats on, learning how to be able to say that this is worth investing my energy in, and this is something that is not worth me fighting over.
Yes. Yeah. Another important thing is to also stop trying to get over things.
Yeah.
I think that is, in most cases, that's how people, they see their triggers coming through now, but they divert. And that's how people end up, like you were saying, finding ways to distract. It was easier before lockdown to distract yourself from your issues and from your triggers. It was easy for you to go out. It was easy for you to just be social, but not realizing that you are trying to suppress something that you actually need to handle and tackle head on. So stop trying to get over things and try to get through them. Allow yourself to feel whatever emotion that thing makes you feel, and tell yourself from then onwards that, listen, I don't want you anymore. I don't want you to have such an effect in my life. I'm done. I'm out.
Yeah.
Run away from your triggers.
Yeah.
And a lot of triggers are like learned behavior from childhood experiences, and situations, which we will not go deep into today, but be aware of it, because that's where your control is. That is when you'll be able to be like, you know what, you don't have control over me anymore, because I know you, and I will choose not to allow you to disturb my peace.
Yeah.
Heal.
Oh,
Heal, guys. You need to heal.
This is the perfect
And
time
healing,
for that.
do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And healing cannot be effective if you do not know where your pain or your problem stems from.
Yeah.
That's one thing that I also learned.
Yeah.
And it will definitely help you so much when we are back to normal, because things are still a bit locked. But like when we are back to the normal busy life, that we try not to forget the things that you learned about yourself mentally, or things that you were able to overcome mentally and emotionally during the lockdown. And I think that will help us a lot when life goes back to normal, because we will be sinking less into our problems than we did before.
Yeah. So the thing with triggers, majorly, if that's a word, is to get through that thing that triggers you and not to get over it. If you don't use this time to actually get through that thing that triggers you, even 5 years from now, it's going to come back again and distract you in your life's endeavors at that point in time. Get through it and get past it, as opposed to trying to just push it to the side.
And get over it.
And getting over it. That's not the healthiest way to want to deal with emotions that trigger you. Another thing, embracing being an introvert for me became a really big thing. I think I got so consumed and so used to the fact that we're always just so busy, and I would find spaces or time to be with myself within the chaos of being really busy, by just being like, I'll take myself to the movies, or I'll take myself to a restaurant and do this and that, activities, whatever that it can be, alone. But this time has actually shown us that really we're more introverts than extroverts, and we are quite comfortable.
Comfortable being homebodies, guys. I have zero complaints about what's going on. Like, but
I'm just trying to be at home, man.
I think I needed to take care of myself. Like,
yeah. So it jumps over into self-love, because now you're also discovering things about yourself, and you're falling in love with certain things about yourself that you try to make as if it's not a big deal.
Yes.
But now you're realizing, oh, actually it really is a piece of who I am, and I love it, and I'm comfortable with it, and that's where self-love comes in. That's where self-awareness, and the affirmations that you make to yourself, to just keep yourself moving forward, to remind yourself that you are okay as you are, and you are who you are, which is always different from the next person, and that is totally okay. Don't try to switch that up. Don't try to change that. Don't try to edit yourself. Just the affirmations that you bring onto yourself need to now be adjusted in a way that is not, just don't compare yourself to no other situation. Don't compare yourself to your situation before the lockdown. Deal with who you are right now and fall in love with who you have become, who you've grown to become, and love yourself for being that person.
Know yourself, guys. Self-love.
Self-love.
Self-awareness is so important, because it'll help you to tap into the self-love. It'll help you to be aware of your triggers. What is worth your energy? What is worth your time? Because those things, energy, yes, it regenerates stuff, but you can never get your time
is
back.
very important.
So use your time wisely. Be aware of yourself and take care of yourself. Take care of your mental health. Take care of you. Take care of your emotions.
Yeah.
Don't let people try you, bruv, in the street. Don't let people try you.
Quick question. What do you think the lockdown has done mentally and emotionally for our friendship specifically?
Emotionally, like literally, Mbali and I don't know how this works, but every single time, if one of us is feeling emotional chaos or emotionally drained or just not okay, the other one is a complete opposite. And I think that is like a blessing, because it I don't know, it makes being there for each other easier, because we can literally take something. It's a give and take. Mbali and I, emotionally, it's a give and take. If I'm not okay emotionally, I take from her. If she's not okay emotionally, she takes from me. So it's a constant back and forth, and I think we're balanced. And if anything, because we've got that emotional connection and balance, it just makes it stronger also. There's a time where we also need space.
Yes.
That I know that she's going through the most, but let me give her space. she needs me, she can hit me up, but let me just let her be within herself. Let her be in her stillness. That's what I think emotionally when I for our friendship. I think that's where I'm
what
at.
it has done.
Yeah,
I think
because we went to 5 months, a lot can happen emotionally.
A lot can happen emotionally.
But we move.
I think really that has worked so much for us. Also our communication, and even our communication, not just in the way that we speak to each other, but mentally, that connection that is there has heightened since the lockdown for our friendship.
Yes.
On a mental and emotional, just that aspect on its own. It has heightened. And we have not run away from it. We've, without saying it, agreed to be able to manage it and to take seriously her emotions and her taking seriously my emotions, and the same thing even with mentality as well. How I'm seeing what's happening with her mentality and making sure that I'm doing my part to manage it, and her seeing that here's what's happening with me mentally, and her doing her part to make sure she manages.
And we know our triggers as friends.
Yes.
We are aware of each other's triggers.
Yes.
So we do try our level best to just help each other and support each other.
To help and support each other.
Be there for each other. That's literally what
This
it is.
is how we're friending, y'all. This is how we're friending. And we're good, baby.
We good, babes. We
We're
good.
good. So yes, guys. Thank you so much for catching up with us and for watching. Please like, please subscribe, please comment. We'd love to hear what you have to say and how mentally and emotionally and friendship-wise you have been managing since the lockdown changes have hit up. Right? So yeah, love you.
Bye.
Don't deserve nice things. Don't deserve Mbali.
We're back this week with the new video. Sorry.
Wow.
After this thing, I'm trying to be here for long.
Take 500. No.
What?
We don't deserve a channel.
To restart, or do you want us to continue? Do you want us to continue as is?
We're gonna continue.
Fine.
Jesus.
Breathe again.
What's in me? Be still. Ah, Susie. What's in me? What have I been saying?
It's gone though. You do realize that, right?